Hello, everybody. Today I'm reviewing The Glowing Man by Swans. So, The Glowing Man is the final part of the unofficial, 2 hour plus long ass album 2010 run trilogy by Swans. Now, I've already reviewed To Be Kind, and to put it simply, I'm not the greatest fan. I'm not like Brad Taste in music. I'm not out here glazing the fuck out of Swans on every single album they've ever fucking made. And truth be told, a lot of the issues I had with To Be Kind mainly being kind of its length and how it doesn't really take its length and make a lot of different approaches to just sonic choices, and instead decides to kind of stick to a very similar sound throughout. My main point on To Be Kind and why I thought it was like a 6, 7 out of 10 was mainly because I thought an album like Soundtracks for the Blind, in comparison, was able to take its 2 hour plus runtime and have so much diverse sounds in it, which actually made it a very interesting listening experience. Now, The Glowing Man has a very similar issue, but I think it's executed better than To Be Kind. I'll say that right out the gate. I do like this more than To Be Kind. I think it's much more engaging and, in my opinion, just more interesting and a better listening experience in comparison to Be Kind. But my main issue I had with To Be Kind is still there, so just keep that in mind. I'll start off by saying I think Disc 1 kind of sucks ass, at least in comparison to Disc 2. I think Disc 2 is actually very, very strong from Swans. Frankie M is my favorite song on this album. I think it's incredibly powerful, and it stops at nothing to just go full fucking force and just be catastrophic, okay? I'm pulling out the big words for this description. Now, The Glowing Man is a good song. I do think it could have been like 20 minutes instead of like 30, but I still enjoyed the track a lot, and I think the two kind of calmer tracks in between are nice, especially the final track, Finally Peace. I think it's a great outro on the album, and I really enjoyed it. Now, on the first disc, I just really found a lot of the tracks to be uninteresting, all four of them. The longer tracks, I find Michael Guerra's writing and his vocal delivery to low-key just feel lazy as shit and boring in comparison to shit he was doing in the 90s, where I thought his lyrics, while being very esoteric and kind of nuanced and a little weird, they still felt like they had a lot of feeling and thought put in behind them. But on the longer songs on the first half of this disc, I really felt like Michael Guerra just did not give a shit, bro. I think the shorter songs on the first disc do have a bit more thought put into them. Examples being People Like Us. I found the lyrics and Michael Guerra's whole performance to be pretty good on that and actually shine pretty well. But on the longer songs, on all the other songs on the first half of The Glowing Man, Michael Guerra, like, shut the fuck up, please. On the second half, I feel like this isn't really the case, and truth be told, I think both discs are really, they feel super separated, which kind of just makes the whole experience feel weird, because it feels a lot more focused on the second half compared to the first. Overall, I really found myself enjoying the second half way fucking more than the first. But at the same time, I feel like the whole album suffers from pushing the length of these songs a tiny bit more than they needed to be, as well as I just find Michael Guerra's vocals and lyrics a lot of the time being kind of lackluster and feeling a bit lazy, especially in comparison to what we've seen him do in the 90s. I think this is more of an issue on the first disc. I think on the second disc, the lyrics are very strong and very powerful and work really well. I feel like it's a glaring issue on the first half. While I did find The Glowing Man to be decently enjoyable, and for those reasons, I'm going to give The Glowing Man by Swans a 6 out of 10. That's what I thought about the album. What do you think about the album? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Tell me in the comments below, or say anything else. Recommend me any albums you would like me to review. Check the description. There is a Discord. Please feel free to join it. We do, there's shit going on in there or whatever. There's like 100 members. That's kind of crazy. And thank you for watching. Have a good day, and goodbye. Merry Christmas.